The joint stock company, Železiarne Podbrezová, originally used traditional methods, casting liquid steel into ingots, which was subsequently re-rolled and processed into other products. In the 1960s, however, the company started using a new technology, namely the continuous casting of steel, for which the first vertical continuous casting machine was used. At this time, Železiarne Podbrezová were one of just 7 metallurgical companies in the world using this technology. 20 years later, the original casting machine was shut down, and in 1982, a new 4-lane radial casting machine was built. This machine was in service at Železiarne Podbrezová for more than 3 decades. The renowned Italian company, Danieli, is the supplier of the latest casting machine, for which the delivery contract was signed in May 2012. After the technical preparation and processing of the project documentation at the Danieli company, in partnership with a major supplier, Železiarne Podbrezová decided to construct and supply some of the components for the new casting machine themselves at the factory here in Podbrezová. Among these components, which were produced in-house, were the water cooling management of the primary, secondary, tertiary and emergency circuit, the cooling towers, the sand filters, the pumps, the treatment of the casting stand, the tundish adjustment for a higher volume of liquid steel, the furnace for heating of the dip tubes, all the new support steel structures, the supply of copper inserts of the solidification mould, the secondary cooling nozzles, the transition conveyor and the deliveries of the distribution pipelines for hydraulics, cooling water and energy. All the associated dismantling, assembly and installation work was also performed by our team here at Železiarne Podbrezová. The final cast on the old equipment was done on the 31st of August 2013. Over the next few days, the old continuous casting machinery was completely dismantled. The total weight of this equipment came to 350 tons. Between the 4th and 30th of September 2013, the assembly of the new machinery was carried out. Then, at the beginning of October, the cold tests of the individual technological stages took place. On the site, we were working 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. During this period of most intensive work, we had up to 200 people working there every day. We ran the first hot test on the 10th of October 2013, just 40 days after the old machine ceased production. Multi-point straightening of the new 3-lane facility from the Danieli company has the base radius R1 equals 9 meters, and auxiliary radius R2 equals 13 meters. Respectively, R3 equals 25 meters. Multi-point straightening breaks the force required to straighten the blooms into 5 modules of the drawing and straightening stand in one casting stream, thus reducing the risk of cracking during the straightening and ensures greater dimensional stability of the product. Installed electromagnetic stirring of molten steel in the solidification mould MEMS positively affects the cleanliness of steel in the meniscus region, removes non-metallic inclusions and gas bubbles, cleans the front of solidification mould and helps the formation of a quixiated crystal zone. A new feature is the hydraulic oscillation of the solidification mould. The hydraulic method of the oscillation table drive allows flexible and high-precision setting of the oscillation parameters path, thus contributing to the high surface quality of cast blooms and longer lifetime of the solidification mould liners. The newly built air-atomized secondary cooling is characterized by a higher cooling power regulation range, while ensuring a high uniformity of cooling. The result is a lower risk of reheating, respectively overcooling of the casting crust, and thus the higher surface quality of cast blooms. The new information and management system, with the embedded dynamic model of solidification of castings, helps effectively analyze and manage processes of continuous casting. The dynamic model of solidification in real time calculates the temperature profile in a congealing material, and thus provides information about important thermotechnological casting parameters. Continuous steel casting machines are a highly important part of the steel manufacturing process. Železiarne Podbrezová has chosen a highly reputable company to supply the machinery, which should ensure the highest quality casting of steel blooms for the foreseeable future.